Welcome back to the channel, guys. So apparently the Guerrero family feels like Dominik is being disrespectful, and I think I know why. Now, before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the video from WrestleLamia.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleLamia here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including real-life heat on Dominik Mysterio from the Guerrero family.
Oh, I can't wait for that one.
It's over for Sami Zayn.
That's a fact.
Cody Rhodes' long-lost sister.
What?
2K releases WWE 2K23 gameplay and much more.
I saw
Be sure
that
to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for
subscribe to those
exclusive
guys,
lists.
please. They
Also
do
check
good
out our
work.
new channel, WrestleLamia Shorts. And now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at it's over for Sami Zayn. On top of today's news is a sad report from the former Honorary Uce Sami Zayn, as it's clear he's still dealing with being kicked out of the group after refusing to end Kevin Owens' career at the Royal Rumble. Sami tweeted a photo.
I put this up in my community tab, and I saw a couple of those guys that are like, you guys are like, he's not throwing that away. I don't believe he's really throwing it away either, unless he has to be the most OCD and neatest person I've ever seen. Like, first of all, he puts this up in the nicest position by his garbage can I have ever seen in my life. It's not even in the garbage can. Also, he put it next to the cleanest garbage can I've ever seen a day in my life. I don't know about you guys, but my garbage can gets nasty. All right, my garbage can gets real nasty. I have a problem. I need to take care of that. But if he's really going to throw this stuff away, I would think that he would break it and put it inside the garbage can. But obviously, it's for a gimmick, and it's for people to get a reaction to it. So I appreciate that part of it.
Photo of memorabilia from his heyday in the Bloodline. The picture shows memorabilia of him in the Bloodline, even signed photos, not to mention the Survivor Series War Games chair. Sami also showed off new merchandise, which has a silver tape over the name Uso.
That's disrespectful, but it's clean.
He's just back to Sami Zayn.
I want one of those.
Sami's storyline with the Bloodline is far from over, as rumor has it he's scheduled to face Roman Reigns at the upcoming Elimination Chamber PLE. Next up, The Undertaker talks letting fans down at a show. The Undertaker's in-ring career is over, but Mark Calloway, the man who made the character so famous, is starting a second career entertaining fans with live shows where he discusses his storied career. While Taker says many of the shows have been successful, he discussed one show that flopped. Speaking with Sports Illustrated, the Phenom revealed that while the first 4 shows in Boston were hits, he felt the 5th was not. I went too long in the beginning. Part of the show dragged on too long. The first few shows almost came too easy. I wasn't happy with parts of this one. Taker explained what he tried to deliver to his audience when he performs. I'm trying to give people the layers and stages of my life that brought me to where I am now. It's a very limited audience, and I want to make it special. I want people to leave being blown away. I want to make people think. I want them to believe in themselves. I want to entertain, but also use my experience to show that anything is possible. My story exemplifies that. I was told at every turn I wasn't good enough, yet look at the final product. Hopefully that gives people inspiration to battle through in their own lives. Now, sounds like Taker is working to learn from what leads to a successful show and what makes a show less appealing. Have you guys seen The Undertaker show? Let us know in the comments down below.
No, I have not seen this show, but he said on the 5th show the beginning took too long, so I'm assuming that he had to walk down a ramp before he got to talk. But in all seriousness, like, I think this is an interesting concept. The fact that he does it because he wants people to see that anything is possible in life and things like that. People that have that motivation, it makes me want to watch or check out what they're doing. Especially if they're genuine about it, it makes me want to check out what they're doing even more, right? I would like to hear that. Now, is he good as far as telling long-form story or whatever? Maybe, maybe not. I know we've seen him doing promos and interviews. Sometimes those things don't translate well, but Undertaker is great in so many different things that he has a benefit of a doubt for me. So I would want to see that. I think that's a great concept. What do you guys think? Would you guys watch that?
Next up, 2K releases WWE 2K23 gameplay trailer.
Nice.
It's big news for gamers as 2K tweeted a gameplay trailer for 2K23 with this caption: "It's time for you to elevate your game to the next level, step into the ring and come out even stronger." The 1-minute trailer provides plenty of peeks at the upcoming console game, including appearances by legends such as Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, and a look at how the War Games match looks in 2K23 and more.
Pretty good.
What's funny that in the trailer, Sami Zayn's hair looks black at one point. Obviously this must have been a texture glitch. Some fans are pointing out that the hair might appear darker when it's slicked back and wet. That would be an awesome new feature. The trailer also shows the new War Games cage, which looks absolutely fantastic. The trailer ends for a pre-order, and pre-orders featuring a playable Bad Bunny character and a Bad Bunny Ruby faction card. Are you guys getting 2K23? Let us know in the comments down below.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it. Honestly, I haven't played much of 2K when it comes to WWE at all, to be honest with you. Maybe I need to get out of the old head mentality and just, I'm still big on I can't help it. I'm big on No Mercy, Revenge, WWE 2000, even Def Jam Vendetta and Def Jam Fight for New York. Like, it's just that fighting engine I just absolutely love. Even if people feel like it don't look as realistic as like the 2K does now right now. Like, set aside the graphics, just the way that you fight with that system. Like, I just love it. That's why I've been looking forward for AEW Fight Forever, and it looks like it's gonna be AEW Wait Forever because we never get in that game. But anyways, I think I'm gonna buy this game. If I buy this game and I do a gameplay video, would you guys watch it? Let me know. I'm cheap, so I gotta think about this. All right. Oh, this part right here. This is what I'm looking for.
Next up, the Guerrero family upset with Dominik Mysterio over
Let's see what's going on.
comparisons to Eddie Guerrero. It looks like Dominik Mysterio's resemblance to Eddie Guerrero's Latino Heat character is getting some real-life heat from members of the Guerrero family. Fans have posted pictures of Dominik dressed like the late, great Eddie Guerrero, remarking how he and Dominik look like twins or father and son. Eddie's widow, Vicky Guerrero, commented about this on Facebook. I'm tired of hearing Dominik compared to Eddie. He will never be Eddie in any way, shape, or form.
That's true.
Disrespectful. Eddie's daughter Shoal isn't happy either, stating it's seriously stupid. And this has gotta stop. It's bullshit. Do you think Vicky and Shoal should be upset with the gimmick? After all, isn't the gimmick supposed to get heat?
That's true.
Looks like it's doing its job.
Here's the thing, really quick. I don't ever try to tell people how they should feel about people's reaction to someone they love that passed away. But I think this thing is probably out of context. Because I think Vicky and Eddie's daughter is probably responding to the fans online as opposed to responding to Dominik himself or his gimmick. Because they don't directly say anything about Dominik. And also Dominik, he said he's the new Latino Heat one time, right? And obviously we have that photo of him and Eddie Guerrero being compared. But they've also had that storyline back in the day where Dominik was literally played as his son, right? They had a whole situation with him being his son. So that's probably where fans are getting the comparison from. But also, ultimately, his gimmick right now that Dominik has, the whole relationship between him and Rhea Ripley is very, very similar to the relationship that Eddie Guerrero had with Chyna back in the day, where you had the woman who was the strong, I guess, masculine, really, aggressive woman who has the other person who has the love interest in her. And that's the same thing that's happening right now with Dominik Mysterio. Vicky is absolutely right. Dominik will never be Eddie Guerrero. There will never, ever be another Eddie Guerrero ever, right? But, we got to remember when it comes to wrestling, a lot of people's gimmicks nowadays are resemblance or inspired from old gimmicks from before. And as long as the wrestler is being respectful of the originator of that gimmick, it's absolutely fine with me. And you especially have to be very sensitive when it comes to things dealing with wrestlers who, if you're using their gimmick and they passed away. I mean, Becky Lynch, the man, they came from Stone Cold Steve Austin. Ricky Starks, he's definitely inspired by The Rock. Bray Wyatt, when he first came in, he had an inspiration for multiple, like, there's so many different people that's being inspired. Even when Bobby Roode was still wrestling, he was inspired by Rick Rude, and they're not even related. So, I don't know. It's not a big deal to me, but, I've seen worse things in a WWF day when it comes to people handling things to deal with people who passed away. Way worse. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
And next up, Dominik praises Eddie Guerrero for all he did for him. Now, while Vicky and Shoal Guerrero are upset with fans comparing Dominik to Eddie, Dominik appreciates everything Eddie did for him. Dominik was recently interviewed by Wrestling Inc. and he praised Eddie Guerrero for inspiring him to become a wrestler. He even recalled the angle where Eddie claimed to be Dominik's biological dad, leading to a ladder match at SummerSlam for the custody of Dominik. Dominik said he wasn't sure at the time what would happen, but he wouldn't have minded having to live with Eddie. Dominik's love and respect for Latino was obvious as he recalled working in the custody storyline. Knowing that I was a part of that and I got to work with him, that's such a blessing, man. He's one, if not the best to ever do it, and I got to work with him as a kid. And that's something that now as a wrestler, it's something that I have a passion for. It means so much more now. That we had with him in the ring, I'll cherish those forever because he's one of the best, and I would have loved to pick his brain or be in the ring with him today. The fact that I even had a chance to be in the ring with him back then as a kid is a blessing, and I'm very thankful. What do you guys think of Dominik's comments? Let us know in the comments down below.
I think his comments were dope. I think they were amazing. Very, very respectful. Gave him so much praise, which is why I don't believe that Vicky and Eddie's daughter, I wish I had her name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't mean to be disrespectful to her, but I think they were more towards the fan, because fans online, they get crazy. They'll say like he's better than Eddie Guerrero. They'll say he's 10 times better than the whole Eddie. He's right now better than Eddie Guerrero's entire career. I've seen people say that online. So the best thing for Vicky and Eddie's daughter is just don't pay attention to the trolls online. They're just doing those things for a reaction. That's the best thing to do. Sometimes it's tough, especially when someone's talking about your husband who passed away. But at the same time, just don't give the trolls like any gas. Don't give them any motivation to keep doing what they're doing.
Next up, big praise for Chad Gable and Otis. A former superstar, the Road Dogg, is praising current Raw superstars Chad Gable and Otis for their
Chad
abilities
Gable
in the ring.
so underrated in the ring, bro. It's not even funny. It's been like that for a while.
Oh, You Didn't Know podcast, saying he's an entertaining dude and he's got some character. And him and Otis, they're fun. I feel the same way about them as I do about Dolph. When they come out, I know I'm going to be entertained with a great wrestling match. Otis is going to make some faces that are going to make me laugh. He's going to blow up and fall down on somebody. It's fun to watch those guys. The Road Dogg, who is currently serving in WWE as Senior Vice President of Live Events, discussed some of the other things he likes about Gable. He's the right human being. He's the right kind of athlete. He's a role model. I can't speak the guy's praise and sing his praises from the mountaintop enough. He's just that kind of dude. Hall of Famer Kurt Angle has also praised Chad Gable, and many WWE fans feel he's capable of even more than he's doing now. Do you think he should be in line for a big push? Let us know in the comments down below.
Of course, Kurt Angle gave him praises. I mean, he reminds him of himself, of course. But yeah, Chad Gable for a long time, man. I feel like they don't talk about his in-ring ability as much as they should. Like even back when he was at with American Alpha, him, Jason Jordan, really good in the ring. Like I feel bad for Jason Jordan that he had his incident and that he can't wrestle anymore, because I think he will be another person that would be a great star. In fact, if they were still together, I think they would have a pretty good run and put on some fantastic matches. Now, as far as Chad Gable having a push right now, first of all, I'm glad he's not Shorty G anymore. But also, as far as him having a push, I think they should push him into getting a mid-card title. Obviously, with everything happening right now, he's not going to be nowhere near the heavyweight title. But as far as a mid-card title, even if he's just hovering around for a couple months to a year to eventually get that title, I think that's very fitting for him because he could put on some fantastic matches, man. And also with Otis is just hilarious. He cracks me up every single time. And I don't know if you guys heard during Royal Rumble when he came in, Pat McAfee and them, they were roasting him for like 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes straight. That was just kind of egregious. But Otis is one of those characters, like I said the other day with Rick Boogs. Like these guys are just, really entertaining. They're not meant to be these big, huge wrestling legends. I don't like the fact that people always feel like that every person that gets in the ring have to end up being the next Rock or the next Stone Cold Steve Austin. There are some people who are just meant to be in certain positions, and they're fine with doing it, and they're happy with making money and doing what they're doing. And I salute to those guys. It takes a lot of humility to take those positions, because a lot of people won't take that. They're like, I feel like I need to be the next star, and they don't realize that they probably shouldn't be, at least with the gimmick that's given.
Next up, Kota Ibushi is now a free agent. A New Japan Pro Wrestling
sensation, he's talking to AEW,
Ibushi is now a free agent. New Japan announced this on their website, as with the conclusion of his contract period on January 31st, 2023, Kota Ibushi has now departed New Japan Pro Wrestling. Ibushi had been recovering from an injury since October 2021. We apologize to Ibushi's fans for the abrupt announcement and join them in wishing Ibushi the very best in all his future endeavors. The 40-year-old grappler held a trophy case worth of titles in New Japan, including the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, and the IWGP Tag Team Championship, just to name a few. Fightful Select reports there's major interest from a number of companies to sign him. Kota will be wrestling in the US as soon as he's scheduled to make his Game Changer Wrestling debut on 30th March. Next up, a former WWE star signs with Impact Wrestling. It's good news for former superstar Fandango.
I feel like this is old. I've seen him on Impact like weeks ago. This is not new, but like I feel like every week there's a new WWE star getting signed at Impact.
And his fans, as he's now signed with Impact Wrestling. PW Insider reports that Curtis is working as Dirty Dango. Wrestling News noted Dango debuted with Impact at Bound for Glory in October when he accepted Brian Myers' open challenge for the Digital Media Championship. Davis also recalled that in 2020, Curtis said that he was preparing to retire. However, as fans have seen countless times, retirement is easier said than done.
Dirty Dango. I swear I thought I saw, maybe he wasn't signed at the time, but I swear I saw him on Impact like a couple weeks ago. Like I thought I saw him, or at least last month. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I swear I just saw him on there.
Folks, when he learned he was in the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble featured some surprises, including the return of Booker T. However, fans weren't the only ones surprised to see the two-time Hall of Famer compete, as
he looked gas walking down
just
that
when
ramp.
he was notified he was in the Rumble. I was sitting at the table at the kickoff show and I got a text message, and it was the invite telling me, "Book, you're in the Rumble." and I'm old school, dog. I'm old school. I went down in a Winnebago, right? So something told me bring your gear, alright? Make sure you're just ready so you don't have to get ready or stay ready, and boom, there it was. The text message came through and I said, okay, here we go. The master of the Spinneroonie kayfabed his impromptu appearance, saying he thinks he would have done better if he had time to warm up and prepare for the match. Regardless, fans were happy to see King Booker. Next up, a TNA Hall of Famer produced the Pitch Black match. A Fightful Select is reporting on who produced the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match featuring Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. The Patreon site reports that Impact Hall of Famer Abyss laid out the match. Christopher Park worked plenty of wild hardcore matches during his career as Abyss, so he seemed like a good choice. According to Fife, there were even rumors Park might appear in the Rumble. And finally, Cody Rhodes' long-lost sister. Last but not least, does Cody Rhodes have a long-lost sister? Rhodes had to clear the air during a recent appearance on Impulsive with Logan Paul's YouTube show, as one of Logan's co-hosts asked Cody if former adult film star
come on, man. Come on. Just her last name is Rhodes. Oh, what is going on, man? What's wrong with people? Why don't they think Lana Rhodes is Cody Rhodes' sister? All right, I gotta hear this. This is crazy.
Is his sister? Oh, the look on Cody's face when he was asked this was just absolutely priceless. But there you have it, folks. The wildest.
Because that is a crazy question to ask. They didn't even have enough content to even talk enough on this. Who would actually believe that, man? That's like, hey, Antonio Brown, is your dad Bobby Brown? Is your cousin Chris Brown? Or this is crazy, man. Although there's a possibility due to the last name, but no, that is weird. And Abyss is the one that pitched the Pitch Black match. No pun intended. Maybe pun intended. That's very interesting. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Let's talk. Should I do more reactions to these WrestleMania news videos? I want to just find a way to bring more content to you guys. Like even when the days when like YouTube guys are not being like as favorable. I'm not gonna say anything disrespectful to them because this is their platform. I'm just here. This their country. I'm just living in it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Salute, peace. Have an amazing day, and please take care of yourself.